Give me some of that long. Hard. Rock. What kind of show do you think this is? Geesh. Classic rock, hard rock, and heavy metal from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Plus, stick around for Plug-In, where we support independent artists one song at a time. Take it like a man from a woman who knows music. It's time for RockGasms with Jenn Mitchell. Welcome back, everyone, to our Rock for James RockGasm special. I'm your host, Jenn Mitchell, and it is with my distinct honor to welcome back both Phil Collen of Def Leppard and Grammy Award-winning drummer Forrest Robinson, who both played together for Delta Deep. Welcome, Phil and Forrest. So glad to have you both joining me on today's show. How are you?
Good to be here. Thank you.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
Back in January of 2004, we had spoke when Delta Deep was in more of its formative stage. But now you guys are in your final stage because you're going to be releasing brand new CD, self-titled, on June 23rd. Can you tell everybody a little bit more about what Delta Deep is and who's on the album?
Me and Debbie Blackwell-Cook. She's amazing. She has that, I don't know, somewhere between Aretha Franklin, Tina Turner, kind of powerhouse voice. We done a charity event and everyone said, where can we buy this music? You two performing this? And we said, well, we haven't, this is us just doing covers, a couple of Motown songs and some old blues type things. So we started writing songs, me, Helen, my wife, and Debbie. And we demoed some stuff together. And then me and Forrest, we hadn't seen each other for years. So we met at Rick Allen's 50th birthday party. And I played Forrest the demos of one of the songs. And he said, oh my God, this is crazy. And, you know, we said, would you want to be a part of this? And he's like, absolutely. So that was the first step. And it started off being this kind of bluesy type thing. But again, the best description I've heard is it sounds like Aretha Franklin singing over Led Zeppelin 2. There's elements of James Brown, funk, real soul, you know, kind of R&B and elements of blues. And it's so powerful. And yesterday we actually rehearsed for the first time together in the same room. And it was mind-blowing.
Yeah, I bet.
So we just can't wait to get this thing out.
Well, Phil, I got to tell you something else that was mind-blowing. The other day I had a really lengthy conversation with Forrest, and he was telling me kind of how you guys originally met. He wanted to chase you down at a concert, and he said he wasn't going to leave until he got to meet your band. And he was very flattered and honored that you liked his music so much when he was on tour with Indie RE, and then you guys reconnected, as you said, at Rick Allen's birthday party, and then you had asked him to join. And Forrest, I think maybe you should tell Phil what you told me your reaction was to that, because it was funny.
But it was freaking surreal. It was like, you know, how do you react? And I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. This is pretty insane.
I know, right?
It felt like it was.
I'm sorry, Phil. It sounds like we're both worshiping you right now, but it's going to be fine.
I mean, and it's that's a total. Cool. That's cool. Yeah, and I mean, it's a total respect thing.
Right. And now you all have come together. Exactly. You all have come together to put together Delta Deep, and as Phil said, Debbie Blackwell-Cook is going to be singing. Phil, you've got vocals in there as well, and on guitar. Forrest, you're on drums, and Robert DeLeo's on bass. But you have other contributors on this album too, and I kind of want to ask you guys what their hand in it was. So I'm going to go down the list, not name dropping here, but the credits go to David Coverdale, Joe Elliott, Paul Cook, Simon Laffey, and CJ Vanston. Now, what did they do on this album? How did they contribute?
We wanted to do Mistreated. We asked David Coverdale, I said, look, would you be up for doing this? And he said, look, but I would love to hear Joe sing Mistreated. So, and Joe got on there and killed it. And as Forrest said, he thinks that's one of the best times he's heard Joe. It's so natural, and so he just nailed it. So, you know, everything's really cool with that.
Well, what can I say about Joe Elliott? I think Forrest, I'm not going to go there right now with that. Definitely Joe Elliott he's still got that sultry, velvety tone to his voice. And listening to Sea Diver from Down and Outs, I mean, that song is so spectacularly beautiful that I have no doubt that whatever you all have put together is going to take the world by storm. People can go to their website at deltadeep.net and get a little teaser of the song Bang the Lid. You're not ready to release songs yet until June 23rd, but something you are ready to do is open your hearts to this cause that's bringing us all together today, which is Rock for James, for my friend James Michael McLester. And you guys had some ideas in mind as to what you'd like to contribute to the raffle on June 4th at Gas Monkey.
Right, I mean, what we can do right now, because Delta Deep's such a new band, but we signed some photos, which you can't get anywhere, you know, they're brand new, they don't exist yet, but we've actually got a few Delta Deep signed photos that we're going to raffle off there and see what that does. Yeah, I can add a couple of Phil Collen ones as well. Like I said, you know, this is all brand new, so this is the first time that there'll be any Delta Deep stuff out there, so, you know, that makes it kind of unique and a bit special, so hopefully, you know, that can help out.
Well, any day that I get to talk to you, Phil, and you too, Forrest, I don't want to make you feel left out or anything like that because...
Oh, no, I don't at all. Honored to be a part of it.
And I'm honored that you were able to put all this stuff together because I had reached out, and I'm just so glad that we're together now. Before we leave, I think both of you had a special message for James that you wanted to give him.
We hope that this actually helps and this whole drive can actually bring awareness to it and actually help out with the kidney. So all our blessings and all our best to you, and let's just hope this you can get something out of this.
And as the heartbeat of Supernova, man, your drumming and everything, continue to inspire. And we pray that certainly that you will conquer this thing and just hang in there. And I hope that you feel encouraged by the love that you're being shown from the community of people who do love you and appreciate you.
Well, everyone, don't forget to go check out deltadeep.net. You can also look them up on Facebook at /DeltaDeepBlues. I'm going to play us out right now with the teaser that we mentioned a little bit earlier, Bang the Lid from Delta Deep. Thank you so much, Phil Collen and Forrest Robinson, for being on today's show.
Thank you.
Jen, good to talk to you.
Take care.